if you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing.
You're called an
You've
You've called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die?
You should not.
No,
Did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope you.
Hey, I'm sure everyone has seen what happened on the show tonight. I just wanted to address one quick...
The fact of the matter is I wasn't in the room when that joke was made, but...
Yes, they just gave me a copyright on this clip. I had to delete everything. Ben Shapiro replied, Mahdi is a terror apologist who calls half of Americans, including Ryan, Nazi, and then received a throwaway joke about Bieber's in response. And CNN response is to ban Ryan while begging Hassan to return to their airwaves. Sounds about right. A lot of people are reacting to this. CNN is receiving massive backlash after this decision. They banned this guy immediately from CNN after this comment you just saw. It is extremely concerning to see how a situation like this can easily be handled. The only decision they could do was to ban him. In fact, fired him.
Hey, I'm sure everyone has seen what happened on the show tonight. I just wanted to address one quick thing. As you may have seen, Ryan was asked to leave the show, and we have put out a statement saying that he's not welcome back on our air. There is a line here on this program, and it was crossed. But I want to be clear as well that we did not ask Mehdi to not come back. In fact, we really wanted him to come back and finish the show. We had a lot to talk to him about. And we really hope that he'll join us again soon. But for those of you who are wondering why he did not come back, I just want to be super clear that that was not in any way because we didn't want him back at all. And I won't speak for him, but I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that that was not what happened there.
Yeah, CNN will always be CNN. According to this clip, all hell break loose after Ryan appears to accuse Mahdi Hassan of being a terrorist after Hassan accused Ryan of being Nazi. Pretty insane that this is where we are right now. Hassan, if you don't want to be called Nazi, stop. Ryan, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. This descended into chaos.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek, thank you for taking some time with us this afternoon. The Trump campaign press secretary, Carolyn Leavitt, on Fox earlier saying the joke doesn't reflect the views of President Trump or our campaign, specifically talking about the Puerto Rico joke. But also she said the crowd, they didn't mind. You were there. Did you mind?
Look, the fact of the matter is I wasn't in the room when that joke was made, but I got to say, we got to take a step back and look at the double standards here, Brianna. Let's be really honest. George Lopez made a joke at Kamala Harris's rally over the weekend about all Mexicans being thieves. Are we attributing that comment to Kamala Harris or querying all of her proxies who were at that rally? No, we're not. So I think we need to all get off our high horses and acknowledge that a bad joke was told. It was bad because it wasn't very funny. The audience didn't find it funny. The guys told other funny jokes in other places. This wasn't one of them. But the media manufacturing of outrage out of this is really just a double standard when you look at the exact kind of jokes being told at the Kamala Harris rally over the weekend. And the fact is, if George Lopez had said that at the Donald Trump rally, if I may finish.
You've seen a comedy show before?
If I may finish, just to finish making the point, if the George Lopez joke had been told at the Donald Trump rally, you and I both know we'd be talking about that. But because it was at a Kamala Harris rally, we're not saying a word about it. And I think that that's just hypocritical.
I think that if your comedian were Mexican-American, it might be different. I mean, you're familiar with, I'm assuming you've been to a comedy show. You're familiar with these things. If someone is of South Asian descent or they're Mexican-American and they tell a joke about the group from which they come from, things can land a little differently. And we heard these jokes. There is a group, certainly, that the comedian belongs to, and he didn't really joke about them that much. So I think that's something to note as well.
The funny and most remarkable part about this is the audience didn't love the joke. They actually booed, and it says a lot about the audience's response to a bad joke. On the other hand, this is a comedian who roasted Tom Brady famously as well, so everybody knew he was a comedian.
I believe you understand this now. This is all about what happened at the rally. These people continue to call Trump out, partaking to what went on. Then I begin to wonder, this comedian made a joke. Initially, it went on. I don't get the point why these people, the way they put it out, is like Trump did that. I don't get the point. When you look at a panel like this descending to chaos simply because this guy said, I hope your beeper doesn't go off, they took it very, very wrongly. I don't get the point. Is it because this guy is a consecutive or what exactly? I really want to know. This one is calling another person named, and the other person is doing the same thing. They are offended. They are not happy. So, in that case, what will you do?
For the media, there was one moment in particular. To be fair, the guy's really just doing what he does. I mean, here he is at the Tom Brady roast a few months ago.
Tom is afraid of the Giants, which is why Kevin Hart is hosting tonight. All night, he's been using the stool that Aaron Hernandez kicked out from under himself. Kevin is so small that when his ancestors picked cotton, they called it deadlifting. Tom Brady is a patriot, which is surprising considering he looks like a Confederate fag. Clearly your ex-wife takes after you. I hear she's out there draining balls right now. People love you, Tom. You have the same fan base as Kyle Rittenhouse. Gronk, I'm happy you could take a break from writing Santa letters to be here today. I knew you were here when we were all out of chocolate milk backstage.
Yes, do you know what is more shocking? That Jon Stewart is defending this comedian. Now, people who attended this rally, according to this tweet, more Puerto Ricans who attended Trump rally in New York just issued a statement saying they were not offended by the joke Tony made. The only people outraged are white liberals. We like jokes. We understand the importance of a comedian having the freedom to push the envelope because that has always been what has separated them from everybody's folks. Jokes are not made for audiences. Some jokes would turn some off and others on, but at the end of the day, it's a joke. I'm starting to suspect that Democrats don't understand jokes because they are literary jokes themselves. Few weeks ago, this clip you just saw here, this guy roasted Tommy like never before. I didn't see any outreach, but because it concerns elections, things are changing.
We like jokes. We like jokes.
We do. And we understand the importance of a comedian having the freedom to push the envelope because that's always been what has separated comedians from like everyday folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they can push the envelope to either make you laugh or make you think or challenge you, right? But
Pero, because obviously we're such proud Puerto Ricans, I will say that it is not a little floating pile of trash. This beautiful island filled with beautiful people that love the beautiful island, and it's okay to have different opinions. That's what makes America great, that people could just have different opinions. So you know what? We're not offended. Did we like the joke?
no.
I didn't like the joke. I don't even think the crowd, he bombed that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, don't get me wrong. At
I
first,
think
I'm like,
the joke
wow, that's
in
crazy.
New York City maybe was not like in the right landing.
Probably right. Probably
Well,
not
I
the
don't know.
right.
I
I have
Right.
mixed emotions.
There's something wrong with me. I find that guy very funny. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
These are people who understand comedy. Media understand what is going on.
Of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called
Tony Hinchcliffe, which is super disappointing.
Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party.
I can sum it all that this thing is one of the reasons Democrats are freaking out.
Well, let me tell you something, Trumpomaniac!
Aggressively anti-common sense.
Right.
That takes place on the left.
Right. So
that's why they keep running that ad.
Fascist, his friends are all dictators.
I don't care about that.
Fight for your country.
You're calling yourself...
Well, this is a problem.
Holmes Enterprise.
If you are over 18, please register to vote for something else.
Are now stepping forward. Seen before.
I don't care if they write that.
That this is happening.
She's very close to Trump. She's 30.
A financial Republican.
Hang on, Tim Walz.
Look at what Democrats are experiencing.
And sometimes there's a trend line that I never noticed before and make me go, whoa.
You know, Whoopi, you always say you don't believe in polls.
Throw a birthday party for Diddy.
Hey, you're calling yourself.
Well, this is a problem.
If you are over 18, please register to vote.